Here with sophomore quarterback Jake Marsh. And Jake, a successful day for the football team, 64-7 over St. Olaf. You had to feel good coming into the week, knew that St. Olaf was an opponent you had a chance against. Talk about what you were preparing for and how you were successful today.
Yeah, well, I think a big part of our preparation today had to do with the results that we've had the past 3 weeks, and being that they weren't what we wanted, we knew that we had to change some stuff up. And I think the biggest change that we made was mentally. I felt super confident throughout the week. I felt that our preparation was incredible. Our tempo was really good. Guys had their minds in the right spot. Even in the meeting room, I could, sense a little urgency.
Sure.
And then, especially when we came out here today, I felt like the results is really just a product of an incredible week of practice.
Yeah.
And everyone really just being able to zone in on what their job is.
Well, it's interesting. Obviously, St. Olaf is kind of a significant game for you. Last year, you came into St. Olaf at the end, went 5 of 6 for 100 yards. You feel like there's something about Ole Week for you that just kind of turns a switch for you?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a little special. I remember saying on the sideline, someone was asking me about when I started playing last year, and I didn't think a whole lot about it, but it was this game. And so when I think about just the past year that I've had in the journey, I mean, it's really incredible. I couldn't have guessed in a million years I'd be playing in what was the 4th game of the year last year. And then to have all the successes that we've had since then, I mean, it's just been an absolute blast. And I mean, doing it with the guys that I love, that's what makes it so much fun.
Absolutely. Let's talk about today. 14 of 16, 353 yards and 3 touchdowns. Obviously, it's a team win and it's a team offense, but what worked well for you and why were you so successful?
I felt like we got in a really good rhythm. A big challenge I was talking about with our change mentally this past week was the receivers and really just upping their routes, their physicality, and I thought today was really a special day for them. And so I just had so much confidence in a great week of practice and those guys in general. And I think that with what the offensive line was able to do up front, I felt like I was in a great rhythm. I mean, I was barely getting touched at all, so obviously that helps too. And just when you put all that stuff together, special results are going to happen. And I felt like when you talk about those yards, I felt like those were a lot of the after catch kind of stuff.
Sure.
We had some bubbles that went well. Obviously, we've had a couple of those go routes that those guys were able to just catch it and run for a mile. It felt
Absolutely.
like. So, I mean, I think that it's just a testament to what those guys did during the week, and I mean, it's pretty special to do it with them.
Awesome. Well, in closing, obviously 0-3 wasn't the way you wanted to start, but this seems like one of those wins that signifies you belong. It's 0-3 isn't Bethel football.
Yeah.
And how do you take that momentum and take it to Collegeville next weekend?
Yeah. Well, it's funny that you bring that up because that was a big topic of our conversation this week, and I was saying to the guys, I didn't want this to be a 35-10, like we should feel good about what we did. I wanted to go out there, and I said this 63-0. That was my goal, and it turned out to be pretty close.
Yeah.
And I think that's a mindset that we should have going into every week, just in the fact that that I want to be able to go out there and just boat race things. I want to get the early leads, and I just want to keep running it right down their throat. And so going to, obviously, Johnny Week being just about as big as it gets. I think that it's so awesome to have a group like this that can come together after a performance like we just had and just find so much confidence in that and just carry every little thing over that we did because there was so much good.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, congrats on a big win today, and congratulations. Good luck next week against the Johnnies.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Jake.